If you've worked in broadcast, I'm sure you've come across the joys of a voiceover booth, or maybe in sports production you've seen a commentary booth where someone either in the stadium or someone working off tube is able to then commentate on what's happening and talk about a subject that they profess to be knowledgeable about. Now, if that's happening, actually the only audio you're going to need to bring in from them is one mic. And what they're going to be hearing back typically is going to be coming through a set of headphones, or maybe you'll have a set of speakers installed in the booth. For those kind of workflows, the NSA6 is the perfect solution. We have one of our universal inputs here, and if you want to know more about the universal inputs, check out the other video that you will see on your screen. We have some universal outputs, and again, there's a whole other video about that, which you can use to link into speakers. You can also link in a set of headphones here. Now, with the headphones, it has an auto impedance detector. So to go a little bit technical for a moment, we can have different impedances in headphones, and the StageLink NSA6 will detect what impedance your headphones have and will adjust the output signal accordingly. So while we can't adjust for the sensitivity of the headphones, we can ensure that no matter what impedance, we're still putting out the same volume, assuming uniform sensitivity. Now, the microphone that comes in will then be sent across the data networks using the 2022-7 redundancy. We have out-of-band management if we want to be able to separate the control data from the media data, and which is especially useful in a control booth is the ability to add in USB audio. So we can actually allow the journalist or sports commentator to play audio from their laptop just by linking in to the USB port on the back of the NSA6. And that can then go through to the audio engineer who will be producing it using his or her regular audio mixer. We also have 3 GPI ins and 3 GPI outs on the NSA6, which allow us to, for example, use a call light or a ready light, an on-air light. Maybe if you have a commentator who's prone to falling asleep, you could even have an electrical shock to wake them up. Or we can have some kind of push button, which the status of which can then be transferred. Maybe it could be used as a cough button, which could temporarily dim the microphone if someone needs to cough. And all of that is in the NSA6. It's going to be getting its power via PoE Plus coming in on the 2 media ports. And again, there's another video talking about that. And on the headphone output, we also have a limiter. Now, if you've ever worn headphones in a live environment, especially in a kind of rock and roll environment, you'll know that sometimes you can get feedback, and that feedback can go into your ears, and if you don't have some kind of protection, it can really damage your ears, and we're talking serious medical damage here. So by having a limiter on the output, we can also ensure that that output level from the headphones doesn't go too loud and damage the hearing. Now, if you want to set the NSA6 up, what you'll need to do is connect it to the network. You'll then need to prepare it for the network, either using the Riedel mode, where it's available to connect directly to Artist or Bolero as part of an intercom system, or we can have it in an AS67 network. And if it's part of an AS67 network, we can either do that with manual control, or we can do it with NMOS control using a much more user-friendly protocol for setting up and managing media streams and networks. We can make use of flashing LEDs to identify the device and also to identify specific ports on the device. And then once it's set up, it's integrated, you've identified the ports, all you need to do is connect the headphones, connect the audio sources, maybe the loudspeakers, set your volume for your headphones, and you're good to go.